Van D, a dynamic leader with decades of experience building companies and crushing sales. He's been there and done that.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. My name is Van D.
Inspiring audiences across the country to do it too. Here's Van.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Van D podcast. I hope you're doing great because I'm really excited to motivate you today, inspire you, and empower you to be the best version of yourself. If we don't do it now, then when are you planning on doing it? So today, I want to talk to you about making a difference. When somebody looks you in the eye and says, you made a difference today, how does that make you feel? When somebody says, you changed my day, thank you for being the bright spot in my day. No matter how many times this has happened to me, I still get a lift from hearing that my words or actions had a positive impact on someone else. I truly believe that when we get up in the morning, one of our objectives should be, we should be saying to yourself, I want to make a difference in somebody's life today. Say it out loud. When you get up in the morning, I want to make a difference in somebody's life today. When you decide to make a difference, you are showing what is important to you. Most of the time, it will mean making an extra effort to be kind to everyone you see or talk with during the course of your day. And I don't need to tell you that in these times today, we need to make a difference in people's lives more than we ever have in the history of being kind. If you practice kindness on a daily basis, it will become part of who you are. You won't even need to think about being kind because that's just the way you treat everyone. I want to tell you something. You've heard me say this before. When you practice something, what you're doing is you're practicing a discipline. Before you know it, it's going to be a habit. And then before you know that, it's going to be natural to you. You won't even think about waking up in the morning and saying, I'm going to make a difference in somebody's life today, because you're going to. Jane Goodall said, what you do makes a difference. And you have to decide what kind of a difference you want to make. But we have this God-given ability. We have this kind of power. It is a wicked power that we get to use if we want to, ladies and gentlemen. So I specialize, of course, you know, I'm a motivational, inspirational speaker, and I specialize in supporting the personal and professional development of people who are mostly in sales or in service roles or in leadership positions. One of the most rewarding aspects of my motivational speaking is that it gives me an opportunity to make a difference in the lives of my listeners. I get to be an outside voice that inspires them to become the best possible version of themselves. When you choose to be a person who makes a difference, you are setting a positive example by showing people that you respect and value them. One of the greatest things a human being can receive from another human being is respect and showing that you value them. Sometimes this will mean paying attention to what they say and being an understanding sounding board for them. Maybe you won't even respond. Maybe you're just a good sounding board. Maybe that'll make a difference in their life. I like what Nelson Mandela said. We can change the world and make it a better place. It is in our hands to make a difference. I mean, how simple is that? It's in your hands to make a difference today in somebody's life. You can change the world by being kind to yourself and others, giving back where you can, helping others when needed, and maybe volunteering for causes that are important to you, such as, maybe it's environmental protection or it's a local charity that's important to you. Over the past 40 years, Boy, am I blessed to say that. I am a blessed man to say over the past 40 years, I've been able to make a difference in the lives of people who are buying or selling their home. How do I do this? By listening to them, understanding their needs, and acting accordingly. I show them respect, and I make myself available to them. One of the ways I make a difference in the lives of my customers, my audiences, my real estate clients is by being available when they need me. You think that might be a pretty simple characteristic of a business person? Well, it's not so common. And that's really important to me. One of the ways I also show my customers respect is by sharing my honest professional opinions with them instead of saying what they want to hear. Those are just a few of the things I do to make a difference in my customers' lives. Listening to them, understanding them, acting accordingly, and being honest with my opinions. Nobody wants to hear somebody say what they want to be told. Of course, it'd be nice if that's the way they truly felt, but I can tell a true friend to me when they're giving me an honest appraisal of what I'm talking about, when they're saying maybe things that I don't believe are accurate, but they bring it out that they make me feel like I need to look at another option or I need to look at another angle of my thought process. That's value to me when somebody doesn't tell me what I want to hear. You may find that when you're trying to make a difference in the lives of others, you end up making a huge difference in your own life. In everything I do, I try to live by this. In everything I do, my purpose is to make a difference. Did I always have this mindset? No, I think it comes with wisdom. But don't wait for that. Instill this in you and who you are today. I believe we can't just hope for a brighter day. We must work for a brighter day. Let me repeat that. We can't just hope for a brighter day. We've got to be a part of the creators to make it a brighter day. Now, I'm going to ask you to think for a minute. I want to ask you a question. If somebody said to you right now, wherever you're at, somebody said to you, hey, what are you doing to make a difference in the lives of people around you? So start thinking about all the people in your life. What are you doing to make a difference in the lives of the people around you? I'm going to ask you to get a pad and a pen and write some of this down. Put it in your phone. Listen to this podcast over and over again. Ask yourself, what are you doing to make a difference in the lives of your neighbors, in the lives of your coworkers, your significant other, your spouse? What are you doing to make a difference in the lives of your family members? Your supervisor at work. You have the ability to make a difference in your supervisor's life. What about your customers? How are you making a difference in their lives instead of just selling them a product? What about members of your church? How are you making a difference in their lives? And last but not least, your friends. Just because they're friends doesn't mean you can't constantly try to find ways to make a difference in their life. And last but not least, what are you doing? This is so important. What are you doing to make a difference, a positive difference in your own life? It's easier to help others if you first begin by helping yourself. You've probably heard that in order to show love to others, you must be able to love yourself first. Self-improvement. If there's things about yourself that you don't like, start with you. You've got to find ways to make a difference in your own life. If there's ever a time, now more than ever, get a pad and pen right down at the top. How can I make a difference in my own life? I really challenge all of you. I challenge all of you to make a list of ways that you can start making a difference in your own life and the lives of the people around you. Look at your list every day and remind yourself what you're capable of. Also, I want to tell you, I'm a trustee at the Omaha Business Ethic Alliance. A lot of hundreds of professionals in that organization. And one of the topics of our meeting with at the last meeting we had was, if you're asked to be on a board, what should you be thinking about? So they went around the room and they asked people what they should be thinking about when they respond to somebody saying, would you be on my board? Well, when it came time to me, I raised my hand and they called on me and I said, I think what people should, first thing they should think of when somebody asks you to be on a committee or to be on a board or to be part of an organization, you should say to yourself, before I accept this position, how can I make a difference? Am I just going to be a seat at the table? Is it just going to look good on my resume? Or how can I make a difference? I can't tell you how many boards people have asked me to be on, and I've declined because I couldn't figure out how I could make a difference, passionately make a difference. We could go on and on about how important this topic is, but we really need to wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, first of all, say, hello, beautiful, and then say, what can I do to make a difference today? Or today I will make a difference in somebody's life. You can do this. You're capable of it. I'll never speak to you about things that you're not capable of, because I hate it when people do that with me. They tell me to be this person, and I'm not capable of it. But we all are capable of waking up in the morning and making it our mission to make a difference in other people's lives. You have the God-given ability to make a difference while you're here on this earth. What are you waiting for? I invite you to join me in making a difference. Thank you for listening, and please check out my website, vandeeb.com. Please subscribe to this podcast, and please forward this podcast to somebody you know that could use a boost today, or maybe somebody you know that could use somebody telling them the benefits of making a difference in somebody's life. Once again, vandeeb.com to learn more about me. I'd love to come speak to you or your company and help you live the best life possible. Thank you for listening to the Van Deeb Podcast. You can make a difference.
A Hurrdat Media Production.